My name is Whitney Hedgecock, and this is my website and app presentation. Evernote is a mobile app designed for note-taking, organizing tasks, lists, and archiving. It is developed by the Evernote Corporation, headquartered in Redwood City, California, of the United States. This app allows users to create notes, which can be a piece of formatted text, a web page or web page excerpt, a photograph, a voice memo, or a handwritten ink note. Notes can also have file attachments. Notes can be sorted into a notebook, tagged, annotated, edited, given comments, searched, and exported. Evernote is a cross-platform, including support for iOS, Android, Microsoft Windows, and a Mac OS. Evernote is free to use with monthly usage limits and offers paid plans for expanded or limited limits. How can my students use Evernote? This app is a great way for students to take notes and keep them organized all in one place during class. They will be able to access these notes whenever and wherever they want. For example, if the student wanted to study their notes that they took on their phone while they are on the bus ride home from school, they would be able to do so. This app is great for all students performing at any grade level. Evernote can be downloaded as an app or used as a website. I would need to make sure all of my students have access to the internet and a computer or phone or iPad. I would also let my students know that this is just an option for their note-taking. Some students might learn better to physically write their notes or record lecture and take notes any other way. More about Evernote. Evernote allows you to make checklists and schedules as well as taking notes in several ways. This gives students the opportunity to plan time to study and or work on homework while they are looking at the content. They can create checklists and mark off assignments once they have completed them. This is something that they can save and come back to whenever and wherever they are. This is a very easy website and or app to understand, and it should be pretty understanding for the students. They could do what is easiest for them and organize their work any way they would want. My website is Twitter. Twitter is an American online news and social networking service on which users post and interact with messages known as tweets. Tweets were originally restricted to 140 characters or letters, but on November 7, 2017, this limit was doubled for all languages except Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. Registered users can post tweets, but those who are unregistered can only read them. Users access Twitter through this website interface through short message service, which is SMS or mobile device application software, which we all know is an app. How can I use Twitter with my students? I could make a teacher website for my classroom. I could have my students follow me and make tweets about when assignments are due, reminders to study for tests, previews of what we'll be doing in the class that day, and much more. Most children enjoy this social media network, so it is a way to engage them through their technology in an educational way. I would need to make sure parents of my students are okay with them having Twitter accounts, and make sure that they are aware that I cannot control them from following other accounts or any other thing that they would try to do on Twitter. Twitter can be accessed in an app or website form, but I would still need to make sure my students have internet access as well as access to a computer, phone, iPad, etc. More ways that I can use Twitter in my classroom. One of the cool things about Twitter is the use of hashtags. Any tweets that have the number sign followed by a word or a phrase will show up on a feed. This way, all of the students could see each other's tweets and would have the chance to respond. The only thing that might cause a problem with this idea is that every other person in the world could use the same hashtag. I would need to do some research and choose wisely on a hashtag title to keep others from joining our class discussion. This picture to the right is another good idea to incorporate Twitter. I could use it as an exit slip at the end of the day or at the end of a lesson to see what the students have learned. I feel that Twitter is a really good idea to use in the classroom because most students already know how to work it. Most of them would already have an account, and I think that it would really interest them and they would be excited to tweet what they have learned, questions that they have, their biggest success, anything good that happened throughout the day. And it's a way that I could also connect with my students in a deeper level. These are the resources that I used. Thank you so much for watching my presentation about my website and my app.